I'll get it on the schedule. Okay, bye-bye. Good morning, how can I help you?
Hi, good morning. I'm Ron Cook. I'm the court reporter for the deposition this morning. Deposition of Fred Jones, I believe.
Jones, yes, I see that we have on our schedule for 9 o'clock. We have you in conference room B, so that's going to be behind you and to your right. And it's all ready for you to set up early, so please.
Great. Thank you very much.
Good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm well. How are you? How can I help you?
My name is Lisa Knight, and I'm here for the deposition at 9 o'clock.
Okay. Let's see. Do you happen to know one of the attorneys from our firm that's supposed to be handling it?
Unfortunately, I don't think I do. Not your fault, all mine. I don't have the information. Let me call my firm and see if I can get a witness name for us so I can get to the correct place.
Perfect.
Okay, thanks.
Sounds good.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. Mike Miller. I'm the court reporter for Dr. Lanningham's 9 o'clock deposition. It's in the Gardner case.
Yep, okay, that's going to take place in Dr. Lanningham's office, but right now he's meeting with counsel, so I'm just going to ask you to take a seat and wait for a few minutes until they're ready for you.
Great, no problem. I'm way early, so it's okay, but I do have a lot of equipment I need to set up.
Okay.
So the quicker you can get me back there, the better for all involved. Attorneys hate to start late, so I definitely don't want to be the cause of that.
Great, I will let them know.
Great, thank you. I'm just going to wait right here if that's okay.
Yeah, wherever you're comfortable.
Great, thank you. Hi, ma'am. Have we heard from the doctor? Is there any chance I'm good to go back and set up now?
They haven't come out and let me know that they're free, but let me make a quick call and see what time we can get you back there.
I'd really appreciate it again. I don't want to be the reason we start late, and I do have a lot of stuff to set up.
And I have a favor to ask of you.
Oh, what's
If
that?
you wouldn't mind moving over to the other side of the witness so that I can sit at the head of the table so I can be between the line of fire, that would be most helpful.
Doctor, if I could I get the spelling of your name, please?
Yes, it's L-A-N-N-I-N-G-H-A-M.
Great. And Sean, S-E-A-N?
No, S-H-A-W-N.
Always better to ask the live person than to trust the lawyer's got it right.
I'll go ahead and swear you in. You do solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
It's against my beliefs to be sworn in.
Okay, I'll go ahead and just affirm.
Excuse me, Your Honor. I don't believe we swore in the witness before we started testimony.
Oh, you are right. I just jumped right in. My apologies. Please do that at this time.
Would you raise your right hand, please?
Madam Interpreter, I'm going to have you raise your right hand and I'll put you under oath. Do you swear that you will accurately translate from Spanish to English and back everything that is said in connection with this proceeding to the best of your ability?
I do.
Thank you. You can put your hand down. Please raise your right hand.
Alce la mano derecha, por favor.
Do you affirm the testimony you're about to give relative to the cause, now under consideration, will be the full truth?
¿Usted jura que el testimonio que va a dar con respecto a esta declaración jurada hoy día será la verdad? Sí. Yes.
But in 2016, he discharged us as clients because he just couldn't get along with Barbara in therapy.
Any other reason other than your perception that Dr. Love was unable to get along with Barbara, those therapy sessions ended?
Objection. Mischaracterizes his testimony.
Mischaracterizes me? How dare you say that?
Barbara, you're not allowed to speak. I got this.
You know, let's go off the record.
No, I'll not agree to go off the record.
All right, we'll do this on the record. If you can't control your client, we are not going to allow her to be in the deposition.
She's a party. You can't exclude her.
If she keeps interrupting, we will get the judge on the phone and have her excluded.
Go right ahead. I have the judge's number.
So do I. But let's keep going, but try to keep your client on a leash. Sorry, go ahead and answer, Ollie.
Do you have any factual basis, any hard evidence that she had a sexual relationship with Deuce Bigelow?
I don't know.
Excuse me, can I clarify? I don't know or I don't, comma, know.
I don't, comma, no. Period.
Thank you. Rather than take the exhibit apart, let's mark the entire exhibit AEO, attorney's eyes only.
Oh, I agree. That'll be fine.
So, Mr. Schrader, have you seen these interrogatory answers before? You have to answer yes or no for the record, please.
Yes, I have reviewed these in preparation for today.
There are instances when the Chicken Brothers sells macro ingredients that have not been blended with other ingredients. Is that right?
Yes.
Macro or micro?
Micro.
Wait, you said...
Okay, sorry. I thought you said macro.
I meant to say micro.
I
Did
heard
you hear
macro.
macro?
I heard macro.
I heard macro.
Micro. Okay, now on the first page it says echo interpretation. Number 1, very small membranous ventricular septal defect nearly entirely closed by aneurysmal tissue, correct?
Yes.
And then if you go to number 2, it says no other intracardiac structural defects seen, correct?
Yes. I'm going to ask the court reporter to mark our first exhibit as Exhibit 1, please. You mark that, please? Would this be a schematic of the
Counsel,
machine?
1 second, I've only got 2 hands.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No problem. That's Exhibit 1. Proceed, counsel.
Are you sure that you had the green light to proceed?
Off the record?
Stay on the record. Can you answer my question? Are you sure that the light turned green for you to proceed into the intersection of Stanton and Main?
Pretty sure.
Well, don't guess.
Please don't coach the witness.
I'm not coaching.
Yes, counsel, you are.
I said don't guess. Witnesses are not supposed to guess at an answer. If they don't know the answer, they're supposed to say they don't know.
That's coaching. You and I both know that's coaching. You just told her how to answer the question.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. Would the reporter please read back my last question, and then, if the witness would please answer the question as asked.
The question was, can you answer my question? Are you sure the light turned green for you to proceed into the intersection of Stanton and Main?
Can you answer that question?
I don't know.
You don't know if you can answer, or you don't know if the light turned green.
Can I talk to my attorney?
Not while there's a question pending.
Let's go off the record.
No, please stay on the record. There is a question pending.
Which she already answered.
No, she didn't.
Yes, she did. She said pretty sure.
That's not a proper response.
Can you give a proper response for Miss McGee?
I don't know.
That's it. I'm calling the judge. I'm ending the deposition until we can get a ruling. Let's go off the record, please.
Fine with me.
We're off the record. Counsel, would you have a need for an expedited transcript or rough draft of any
No
kind?
thanks, that's not necessary. I just like the final transcript with regular delivery and all electronic, and I do need a copy of the exhibit, please.
Okay, very good.
Thank you.
And counsel?
Same order. No rush. Thanks.
Very good. Thank you so much.
So what did we learn in this module? When an attorney maintains physical custody of an exhibit, it's imperative to get the stipulation on the record from both counsel that the exhibit will be leaving the deposition in the custody of someone other than yourself. If you don't have that agreement, then you need to maintain custody of the original exhibit. Also, make sure that you record that in your exhibit index. Identify the exhibit and then put very prominently that Mr. X retained custody by stipulation.
You'll notice I was early for this deposition. How early is appropriate? I like to be at a deposition at least 30 minutes early and 45 to 60 minutes if it's videotaped or real-time. You'll need to be aware of how long it takes for you to be set up and ready to go so you aren't scrambling and feeling frazzled and stressed. Also, there were spellings during this deposition that the reporter needed to ask the witness. Attorneys can sometimes be uncomfortable about anyone speaking with their witness, so be sensitive to that fact and ask the attorney first if you can speak with their witness to get some spellings. The short answer is you never go off the record unless and until all counsel agree to go off the record. For further clarification, see NCRA Code of Professional Ethics Advisory Opinion Number 6.
Keep an eye on those exhibits. Some of the time, the witness may inadvertently take the exhibits since they may be unfamiliar with the procedure. Even counsel may absently gather them up when they are collecting their documents and accidentally walk out with them. They will often review one and take it out of the stack and not put it back and get lost in their documents. Watch them closely. Organize them on breaks whenever you can, and make sure you have them all before anyone leaves the room. If your standard ending clause indicates that the deposition was concluded, you will want to adjust your closing parenthetical to reflect that the deposition was adjourned or just indicate time noted. When in doubt, seek guidance from a mentor or the firm that you are working for.
You notice that they asked the witness to submit some information and requested you leave a blank in the transcript. This is also handled many ways. Some reporters actually put in underlines in the transcript for the witness to fill the information in. Some do nothing. Ask questions if you aren't sure how to handle that situation. Sometimes participants in depositions misspeak. It could be the witness, the attorneys, or even the judge. In these situations, we use something called SIC after the misspoken word. That is S-I-C in brackets. This is used in the English language to denote when something may seem odd or erroneous but is written exactly as said and not a mistake on our part. Use this sparingly and only when necessary, and also check with your employer regarding their policies. When counsel requests to either strike a question or scratch a question, nothing is ever physically expunged from the transcript. Some firms may request that you put that in an index when they request that the answer be stricken, but nothing is ever physically taken out of the transcript.
Final words of wisdom for you. Always remember that your dress reflects your professionalism and visually commands the respect from all in the room.
Also, counsel on the record will sometime designate the entire transcript confidential, highly confidential, or confidential attorney's eyes only, some variation in between. None of that matters to you as far as what the differences are between them. You treat them all the same as the court reporter. You always need to notate these words very prominently on the title page. Make sure it is on everything you produce, the rough drafts, the minis, anything you create. Make sure that it doesn't get supplied to the wrong people.
A draft was requested at the end of this module. The most important factor to remember on rough drafts is to make it extremely obvious that this is not the final. Good professional practices are to not include cover pages or certificate pages and clearly identify it with wording on the first page and possibly a header or footer on each page reading uncertified, unproofread draft transcript. Best wishes on a successful completion of this module.